Hi, Megan.
Hi.
Hi, you've just caught me. Who am I looking at, you or the camera?
Both.
Okay, so. Oh, okay. Well, you've just caught me, so I'm just starting off doing prep for the sound edit of Treaters. So what I've got in front of me is the audio equivalent of what Tom would have in his edit. So he sends me everything that he's got on his timeline. So I've got all the location sound, all like the temporary sound effects, all the temp music, and any sort of bits and bobs in there. So that's all that stuff there. So I'm gonna have a potter through there and sort of tidy it up and see what we need and what we don't need. So the short film, it is all was all on prefabricated set, so there wasn't any location work, even though there's exteriors as well as interiors. A lot of it, or pretty much all of it, needs to be replaced with Foley and sound effects to make it sound like a real environment, because a lot of it's either dead or too echoey, or there's lots of other, I mean, generally you will remove a lot of stuff because when you're filming, there's lots of crew moving about and tracks and dollies and lots of footsteps and creaking and stuff like that. So even if everyone's super quiet and super still, there's always bits and bobs that kind of get in the way. But a lot of I guess the one cheat of this film is that all three characters are wearing masks the entire time, so we can kind of do what we like with performance and things like that. So although everything was booms and they were all wearing individual radio mics, so we capture the performance on the day. If we need to change it or tweak it or like shunt it either way, it doesn't really make that much difference. Oh, it's a curse and a blessing, Megan, because you can do what you like. You can basically clear it all out and make it clear as and crisp. And so the point of sort of Foley and sound effects is to kind of sort of hone in on specific things and sort of play down other things to make that more dramatic. So apart from the dialogue, the next step is going through the entire film and doing like a spotting session of what sound effects and Foley needs to go in and be replaced or just added just for dramatic effect. So I set up a Pro Tools session, or it could be any audio software. I do a load of blank audio tracks and then I go through the film and then cut up into little sections what I need. So for example, W steps, that's going to be all the Wolf Boy steps, and if you go down you'll see like, oh, we need a magnet noise there and we need a door scrape there. So kind of go through the entire film and sort of work out what you need. Gives you a good start instead of kind of being like writing notes and sort of you've got it all there sort of good to go. I'll go through all that and then make a decision whether I need to record new stuff from scratch, or because of previous stuff I've worked on over the years, I've got a massive archive of already recorded stuff by myself, so I've probably got a lot of things that'll fill those gaps already that I can throw in there. And if they're not quite right, then I'll re-record something fresh. And then as you record and replace those sections, you can blank them out, grey them out, so you know that it's all done really. Like if you're doing a feature film, then it's a bit more of a headache, but for like a short of this length, it's sort of relatively simple, I guess. There's some fun bits in there, yeah.